Thank you. That's a great introduction. I don't know if I'm worthy of that, Steve. And we got a table of guys back there who'll probably second that motion, right? All the old flames. Listen, this is just such a fantastic honor for me, and I appreciate all those kind words, from Steve. It's just great. It's great to be here tonight, and it's great to, kind of reacquaint myself with so many old friends from many, many years ago. It's just been fabulous. And obviously, I can't mention everybody's name, but please understand, it's just been great. I want to start by thanking Scott and Steve and John and Craig in the back there, Jimmy, Frank, Chris. Is Chris here? And Pat, all the members of the board for this great honor. I mean, it's just unbelievable for me. And it's a little too late for a recount, I think, but you should have done that earlier. You must have made a mistake. I want to give a special shout out to Scott. The Rupp family is synonymous with hockey here in St. Louis. And they've had a tough year, and losing both his mom and his dad, the entire family. I want to extend my sympathy. And I also want to thank Scott for your leadership and organizing, getting the St. Louis Hockey Hall of Fame started. I think it's just fabulous what they've done here. I also want to congratulate, we had everybody stand up earlier, but I want to congratulate all the former winners, because over the years, I had the privilege of working with so many of them here in St. Louis, and just a fabulous and terrific group of people. And that's what makes St. Louis hockey what it is today. I also want to recognize, if I can, a few people who are rather special in my life. I've got a whole table here of family members. I want to recognize my brothers, Guy and Kevin, and their wives, Rebecca and Kathy. My daughter, and Lindsay, my son, Eric, who, believe it or not, is trying to coach and follow in footsteps. I keep trying to convince him it's probably not the right thing to do, but he's doing it anyway. And then somebody that you may remember, Missy Mullally and her husband Brian. Missy was my administrative assistant during the Blues days, and also joined me with the Vipers many years ago as well. So I want to thank everybody for coming here tonight. And then a very special longtime friend who many of you may remember from your earlier days here in St. Louis. He was our 1984 Olympic coach, and one of the guys who got me started in USA Hockey. He's a mentor and a friend. He's probably the most accomplished coach in USA Hockey history, having coached our 84 Olympic team and many other Olympic teams and national teams over the years. And Lou got me involved when I was in St. Louis back in the late 70s. And I don't know if you regret it, Lou, but why don't you stand up and say hello to everybody and take the quick bow. It's people like that help you along the way. It's always important. There's another gentleman that couldn't be here tonight that I also want to recognize. He gave Lou and myself both our starts in hockey, Emil Francis. And his commitment to amateur hockey back in the late 70s and early 80s, I really do believe laid the foundation for so much of what has happened here over the years. And I don't see Bobby anymore. I see Larry back there in the back. Larry Patey, he used to cringe every time I'd come to him and say, hey, we got a clinic to do. Right, Larry? But willingly, they went out, all the Blues alumni, they call them alumni now, but they were players back in those days, and they went out to the rinks all over St. Louis and did clinics for the youth hockey players. And many of you may remember that. And that was because of Emil's leadership and his commitment to grow in the game. So I want to thank him, and I'm sorry he couldn't be here, but he's here in spirit. Last but not least, my wife, Mary. If you'd stand up, Mary. I know you hate that. But I obviously couldn't have done it without her support over the years. She's my best friend. And if I could ask everybody a little favor here, say a quick prayer for her, because she's married to me and she has to put up with me. So I really appreciate that. I'm sure she would as well. Again, this is a great honor. I left St. Louis over 30 years ago, and it really would have been easy to overlook, what I have gone on to do. But I've been extremely, extremely fortunate in the opportunities I've had and the things that I've been able to do. And, this particular group of people is very, very special to me because, I coached these gentlemen over here, Steve as well. I got to know John's father, Dan, when I was with the Blues. John's a great broadcaster, but there was nobody better than Dan. And I think we all agree with that. So it's really an honor for me to be here with these great people. Jim, I got to watch his contributions this past year at the Disabled Festival for USA Hockey. And I'm telling you, the commitment that he has and the love of his players, just phenomenal. So congratulations, Jim. And Mr. Stillman, Tom, for all you do for hockey in St. Louis. Thank you. Okay. As I was gathering my thoughts for, tonight, and thinking about just how lucky I've been and how fortunate I've been and the opportunities I've had. I've gotten to travel the world, represent this great country, world championships, Olympic Games, Paralympic Games. It's just been great. I've been able to coach some of the greatest players that USA Hockey's ever produced. Lou's, of course, done a lot more than me, but I've had the opportunity to coach kids like Mike Modano and Jeremy Roenick and people like that, and it's fantastic. But each and every time, I always remember something Lou would say is just open the door and get the hell out of the way. With players that are that talented, you don't want to screw them up. And so I tried to follow that and let them be as good as they were. So also, even I almost forgot, young player from and Mike Dowling's here, but Steve Cash, a Paralympian on our 2006 Paralympic team. And what a great thrill it was to coach those athletes. I mean, you can't beat it. So another great St. Louisan that's risen to the top. And of course, I've been able to meet and call friends so many great people. And that's something that's just the best part of this game is the friendships you make and the people that you meet along the way. And that's just irreplaceable. And it might be the best part of being involved in the sport. All of this got me thinking a little bit about the role of those of us that are involved in amateur hockey. And whether it's an administrator, a coach, a referee, etc. But, you know, the thing we've got in common is we all share a love for the game and a passion for the game. And I know that's often an overused word, but it's true. And, you know, it's our jobs to instill passion in the people that we work with and that we meet along the way, the kids that we touch, you know, the other coaches we're involved with, etc. And the passion, of course, you know, fuels that desire we have to win. And it's not about winning, but it's the process of winning that's so great. And it's something that we all enjoy being involved with. So, again, you know, hopefully over the years I've had an opportunity, and Steve, I'll let you, Matt, Mike may disagree, but hopefully I've had some little part of inspiring these guys, instilling a passion, and creating some of that energy that they have that has made them come back and contribute to the game today as coaches themselves and former players. It's just great. It's all about leadership and unlocking the potential. So just great. I would like to, and I know it's probably almost everybody in this room, but I'd like to have all the coaches, all the administrators, and even the referees, and I'm pretty hard on referees, and guys like Kevin Boschert will verify that, I think. But anyway, if you guys would all stand, because this really isn't about me. I know that's corny, but if all of you referees, all the coaches, all the administrators would stand, I think you all deserve a big round of applause, because you're the guys that make this happen for you Falcons. Nobody wants to stand? So thank you. Thank you, everybody.